Mm. Like I ate my homework. Yeah, I'm gonna remove this. No. Nope. Go ahead. Nope. Definitely not. No. Nope. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Yeah. Just don't pee on those, please. Let me move this. This is probably the worst spot. No. No, Bete. Out. I'm gonna cry if my phone falls. Yeah, I need my homework. So, you have to help. No! I know you want to spend time with me, but you can't right now. Oh, God. Oh, okay. The whole point of this is for me to, like, not talk. By the hiding. Oh, no. I'm definitely turning on videos. And if you want to watch the videos instead of me doing my homework, you can. So I'm gonna just put it at like a degree angle. That's perfect. Hey. Yeah, I know. I know I wasn't really but the whole point of this video is for me not to talk. I need background.
So we tricked Chandler from Mr. Beast into playing Roblox. Here's every single time we played with him. Enjoy.
I've spent days upon days playing Blox Fruit. I'm max level. I literally have a weapon that only devs can give you. And I've spent hundreds.
I have a video running right there. I have a video running right there.
Why? Why you turn it off?
Relax at Harbor Freight.
Don't freak out, but you can get 50% off on menu trade.
I don't watch YouTube. I actually watch shit.
Hey, I'm starting to watch stuff too.
You're not learning what you should be learning from watching shows. You watch dumb stuff on fucking
Friends,
YouTube.
the only reason why the GOP has shown that it's incapable of government is because they are not demonstrating any unifying principles.
From
in that
movies and
party.
shows and shit, you
There's
learn
not
stuff.
one. As always, our people lose because now the Democrats are pointing to the GOP's incompetence and saying to Americans, because the GOP can't get its act together and govern, it is Democrats who must rule. Now if that happens, Democrats will be able to finish off this country. Without fear or favor, the Chris Salcedo Show starts right now. Good afternoon. Welcome to your only conservative alternative at 4 p.m. Eastern, the Chris Salcedo Show on Newsmax. Here are the headlines trending across America. Hunter Biden is shifting his plea now that he no longer has that sweetheart plea deal in place. Now we're learning Hunter's going to be forced to crowdfund in order to cover all of his mounting legal fees. And President Trump silenced. A New York judge telling the former president he no longer has his First Amendment rights to speak out against government abuses in the sham civil trial targeting his vast real estate empire. And the search for a new House Speaker is on after Kevin McCarthy is ousted in a historic vote that you watched unfold live right here on the Chris Salcedo Show yesterday. Good friend of the program, Texas Congressman Pat Fallon, who backed McCarthy's speakership. He joins me live in mere moments to discuss what's next for the GOP and what it all means for the people who really count in this country, our people. But first, you watched it unfold in real time yesterday right here on Newsmax, the historic vote to remove Congressman Kevin McCarthy as the Speaker of the House. Did Mr. McCarthy make some pretty big mistakes? Yes. But it is also my belief he was treated very unfairly in certain circumstances. The truth is, the GOP has refused to come to grips with who they are. They have refused to set standards. They have refused to do the hard work, and it could cost us everything. The GOP's identity crisis could destroy their party and this country. A bit of analysis you likely won't get anyplace else is the focus of today's
They could have fixed your fucking shirt.
in my home state of
It's all
Texas,
wrinkled
the
in the
Republican
front.
Party there has been infiltrated by leftists who claim to be Republicans.
They didn't even fix your collar or anything.
They support destructive Democrat policies and they hate constitutional conservatives.
You not know how to like fix yourself before you take a
Texas
picture?
is the only state that prohibits the majority party from picking its speaker in the state house. Texas is only now waking up after 30 years of recognizing the GOP majority in the Texas House is a shame perpetrated by charlatans masquerading as Republicans. On the national level, with the ouster of Kevin McCarthy as Speaker, the veil has been lifted on a deception being run by a lot of other Republicans in that caucus. After McCarthy was ousted, the Speaker pro tem threw Nancy Pelosi out of cushy digs traditionally afforded to former speakers. But it didn't stop there. According to Jake Sherman of MSNBS, House Republican leadership has kicked Representative Steny Hoyer out of his Capitol hideaway. Republicans / McCarthy are taking revenge for Democrats voting with Matt Gaetz to boot Speaker McCarthy from the speakership. Expect more of this, GOP sources tell us, end quote. Now, before you all start applauding, before you all are tempted to believe this is the GOP finally getting the message that they were hired to oppose,
Did you
not
get
to
the alert
facilitate the Democrat Party.
I had my phone off
Think
and
about
as soon as I
what
turned it
GOP
on, it came
leadership
across.
is admitting to.
Yeah.
The GOP leadership is angry at the Democrats for not standing by them after the GOP House leadership did everything they can do to fund the leftist destructive anti-American agenda. The GOP is angry at the Democrats because the socialists didn't stand against conservatives to deliver for the GOP leadership who has given those Democrats so much. The GOP leadership was astonished that Democrats who hate Matt Gaetz and other conservatives just as much as the GOP leadership does, acted in this way. The GOP leadership reminded their Democrat friends in a move practically begging. They reminded the Democrats how moderate Republicans have been working tirelessly to diminish, silence, and kill all conservative priorities in service to that Democrat Party. And what do the Democrats do? They stab the Republican leadership and the moderate Republicans in the back. Again. You know, this reminds me of the story of the nuclear option. You might remember it. Let me take it back to 2005. Then Senate Majority Leader Bill Frist floated the idea of going nuclear on judges, reducing the 60-vote threshold to just 50+1. He never instituted that policy, but pro-Democrat Republicans led by that maverick, John McCain, formed the Gang of 14, joining the Democrats to thwart the Republican agenda, and it worked. Some of President Bush's judicial nominees were thwarted to keep the Democrats happy. Fast forward to 2013, after the GOP used those very same tactics to slow Barack Obama's judicial nominees, the Democrats used to thwart the Bush nominees, same tactics. Harry Reid didn't just talk about going nuclear, he did it. As a result, the Democrats were able to pack the courts with anti-constitutional freaks who are harming this nation to this day. And don't get me wrong, John McCain, he did try to spring into action again. He went to his Democrat friends. He said, hey guys, it's time to get the gang back together. They wanted to thwart Harry Reid's destroying over 200 years of precedents in the Senate. They being the Republicans. But the Democrats refused. The Democrats told John McCain, we really appreciate you stabbing your voters and your party in the back for us, John. But we don't do that. We're Democrats. We play to win. This is how the GOP-controlled House has operated for the last 10 months. On every inflection point where the GOP had even the slightest leverage to actually get policy implemented into law and stop the damage being done to our people by the Democrats, the GOP opted to go along with the Democrats instead. But in typical GOP fashion, the Republicans told their voters, hey, we're going to fight soon. Way there down the road, one day we'll stand against the Marxist policies of the totalitarian party. So you just keep on donating to us, you voters out there. Here are the lessons the GOP leadership will not learn from the McCarthy ouster. Lessons that we conservatives have known all too well for a long time. I don't blame Democrats for voting against the Speaker of the opposing party. That's what they're supposed to do. I don't blame Democrats for stabbing folks who have done so much for them in the back. Like the scorpion and the viper. It's their nature. It's who they are. You're going to hear that the reason why the GOP can't get anything done is because they control 1/2 or 1/3 of the government with a slim 4-vote margin. That's not right. Nancy Pelosi, with a 5-vote margin, accomplished historic harm against our people. Besides, in 2016, when the GOP held the White House and both houses of Congress, they began a campaign of attacking each other. And under the leadership of pro-Democrat Republicans like Mitch McConnell and Paul Ryan, they squandered a historic opportunity to protect our people. On Truth Social, President Trump identified the symptom of the problem by writing, quote, why is it the Republicans are always fighting among themselves? Why aren't they fighting the radical left Democrats who are destroying our country? End quote. I have your answer, Mr. President. Unlike Democrats who are united in the desire to destroy America, destroy our freedoms, and install totalitarian control over the masses, the GOP has no unifying principles. In fact, the current Republican Party doesn't have one unifying principle. This is something the GOP has been papering over, putting off, and refusing to face for decades. A significant number of Republicans get up every day and seek a Democrat's backside on which to plant their lips. Another portion just want to go along to get along. And then there are those who seek to defend their voters and stop the historic harm being done to this country by Marxists in our midst. Until the GOP decides just what kind of party it wants to be, they will be in disarray. And as long as that's the case, there is nothing to stand in the way of the inhuman policies that are currently laying waste to this once great nation. Let's continue this discussion with House Oversight Committee member, Texas Congressman, and good friend of this program, Pat Fallon. Welcome back, Congressman. Let's talk about deliverables, shall we? Bear with me, I'm going to set this up and then I want to let you go.
Okay.
Things you politicians out there can point to your voters and show them that you work to protect them from Democrats and their cancerous policies. Let's look at the instances when the GOP, one half of 1/3 of the government, had constitutional leverage. The Speaker had promised that the J6 tapes would be released to everyone, not just select hosts. That's not happened. On the debt ceiling, not only was the Democrats' unacceptable and dangerous overspending adopted by the Republicans, but it was increased in year 2. And now the continuing resolution that saw no reductions in the rate of overspending for the next 43 days. A promise to repeal 87,000 IRS agents still hasn't happened. By now, the Democrats have subpoenaed Donald Trump Jr. 3 times. Hunter Biden, with massive legal troubles that are tied directly to Joe Biden, has not gotten 1 subpoena. Isn't it fair for me to say that 10 months in on deliverables, the House GOP is batting 0 for stopping the harm to Democrats, and isn't that your leadership's fault?
Well, Chris, I believe we did pass the revocation of the 87,000 IRS agents. One of the first things we did. But a lot of the stuff that we passed out of the House is dead on arrival when it goes to Chuck Schumer's Senate. Also, I'm not in a position to defend the CR nor the debt limit because I voted against both. Because we had at one point a continuing resolution, a CR that really should have been made an NR, a new resolution, because we were going to cut spending by 26%, and we were attaching HR2, the omnibus border security bill, to our CR to give us negotiating leverage with the Senate. Unfortunately, 21 Republicans voted against even that, which I thought was a huge tactical and strategic mistake. So, unlike the Democrats, who are lemmings that will follow their leader off the cliff, we're a bunch of cats. It's hard to hurt us. And I mean, we're a bunch of big cats. And we have a very diverse ideology, too. Good. Yeah, it's just hard.
Yeah, no,
We all think for ourselves.
I get it, Congressman. And you know what? If you had put the 87,000 repeal of the IRS agents into a must-pass bill, hey, it would have gotten done, but none of that happened. Congressman Gates came on Newsmax slamming the Speaker pro tem for sending everybody home. Watch.
I do have to offer some pretty sharp criticism of the new pro tem of the House, Patrick McHenry. We met tonight, and he sent us home until Tuesday of next week, Eric. We should be here tomorrow working to elect a new speaker, getting onto our appropriations bills, and engaging in a negotiation with the Senate to get the government funded. But instead, these people got to go home and cry for a week? They've got to go do a week of hand-wringing and bedwetting over the fact that Kevin McCarthy isn't speaker anymore? This institution is about more than one man. It's about the job. How about we pass a budget?
Yeah, Congressman, I know you got to scoot here in about a minute and a half. The majority of your caucus said it was urgent that Speaker McCarthy remain Speaker so the GOP can continue to do its work. As we've detailed so far, rubber stamping Democrat funding priorities. If it was so urgent, then why isn't your caucus at work today like your constituents?
I'm actually bewildered by that too, Chris. When we went in the conference meeting, I didn't see Matt at the conference meeting. He might have been there. I didn't see him, but I stood up and was very angry. We need to do our work right now. We need to select another speaker right now. I didn't see the need to go home for several days. Maybe take a 2-hour break so candidates can form their strategies, and then I thought we should have met immediately for a candidate forum either that night or certainly by this morning and nominated someone. And I will always vote for on the floor the winner of the conference who's nominated, because I want to cut the Democrats completely out of the process. Unlike, as you know, what happened in Texas, in the Texas House of Representatives in 2009 and in the Texas Senate in 2001. And I think it recently happened in Pennsylvania, where a majority Republican House elected a Democrat speaker. Dang it, I don't want to be any part of that.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Congressman Pat Fallon, I know you gotta get to some other engagements. We appreciate you carving the time here at the South State Show. Straight ahead, we continue to unpack the mounting fallout from Kevin McCarthy's historic downfall. What this means for the future of the Republican Party, but more importantly, what does it mean
Hello?
for you and your family?
What?
And the smirking Trump
Yeah?
charge making headlines again. This time, what many are calling a suspension of the First Amendment.
What do you mean?
A legal panel jury to react.
There's a handle by the license plate. You reach your hand up there and hit the button in the middle.
Constitution ring.
I pounded the shit out of it. I'm opening it up.
Is it unlocked?
Yes.
What you say behind babies and
You might have to unlock it from inside. There's also a button inside that releases the hatch too. It's at the very bottom of the panel. I think it's the second button over from the driver's side. It looks like a toggle switch.
Locally in Virginia, education
I got the car on, I guess?
play their
But inflation
No.
reached a 40-year high.
Dude, I never had a problem with that latch thing ever. This thing always pops right open. But all it does is unlock it, and then you go back there and you hit the button and where your hand goes up in, and there's like a rubber piece that feels soft.
In America, and this doesn't surprise me. We're addicted to starches, sugars.
That thing always popped for me. Like, it was easy.
I was like, what the
Little
fuck?
heart disease.
Why did I never had to open it before?
One way some
Yeah, it's
people
easy.
say
You just gotta make sure it's unlocked. That's the only
known
problem.
As the
I don't
caveman
know. She
or
took it from me.
Stonehenge diet. So
Uh-oh.
named because of its similarity.
She told him to get a job, or the penny's gone, and he pretty much came and dropped his car off and had his friends pick him up and he left.
Live off local
Are you
fruits
serious?
and root
Yeah, he was
vegetables.
pretty much a
and
fuck
get
you into
their
the face.
protein mostly from fish and
Wow.
wild game they shoot themselves.
Well,
Now, since most of us don't
it is what it is, I
hunt
guess.
for all our protein,
Yeah,
here are some
I'm
simple
cleaning it up.
tips
She's
on
all
how
pissed
you can
off,
start
and
to
I'm
live
bad.
like a caveman. Modern day.
I mean, can you blame her? Her fucking kid's walking all over her, dude.
Fruits and vegetables.
Well, I claim that I'm not, but I'm just kind of leaving her alone. But like, I completely like cleaned the fuck out of this thing. It was disgusting. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm trying to put the back seats and shit in.
Sardines and salmon.
He took the back seats out?
And heart-healthy omega-3
Yeah, for some girl, he
fatty
went to a drive-through, drive-in with her or whatever. He took a girl, took the back seats out and shit and stuff. And he, dude, I
So
don't
they
know.
didn't spend their time sitting in front of a TV.
What
or
happened?
computer all day.
Yeah.
If you live
Oh,
like
it
a
was
caveman
fucking
or a
ridiculous for
cave
myself.
woman, your heart will love you for it. I'm
Yeah,
Dr.
that's it
Chauncey
all.
Crandall, and thank you.
I just got done sanding the windows down and everything else.
It's never too late to prevent or reverse heart disease. Right
So,
now, I
got all the
invite
water
you to
spots off all the
discover
glass.
your own risk for heart disease or even a heart attack by taking my quick, free online quiz.
So he didn't even care to have a car or anything. He just dropped it off because it's like, fuck you to her.
Dude, I literally got into the car and his wallet's in here. He had applications or whatever where he touched trash water bottles, Chick-fil-A half-eaten sandwiches underneath the seat. It was disgusting.
Have you
I'm
made a
pissed.
switch? You bet I did. My whole family switched.
So I'm cleaning it, keeping it for myself.
I did.
I switched, and it made all the
Wow.
difference. It made
I
all
have
the
no
difference.
problem keeping it. I like it. I'll fucking do it up myself.
Millions are switching to Newsmax. You should
Be
too.
a little toy for me. I'm gonna, over the winter, I'm gonna keep it down in my buddy's barn so I get back next year.
From his position as House Speaker, sending the nation further into
Wow.
uncharted waters. Congress now scrambling to find a leader with the budget.
So I don't know. I just got done sanding the windows. I fucking completely freaking coated all the paint except for the hood. Like did all the shit. I like completely redid the whole fucking thing. I'm cleaning up the interior now. And I just didn't know how to open up the back. Like, why the fuck is this not open? I was like, it's so easy. And I played with it for like 20 minutes or so, and I'm like, I gotta call her.
Where does this all go in your mind?
Yeah, sometimes you have to unlock it with the toggle switch because that key fob thing is like broken.
Is the next
I wasn't using the key. I don't even have the key.
agreeing to the tenants really.
I was just like, why is this not open? And I know it's kind of open because you got a box in here, so when
We
you put it
want
up in
less
front.
government involvement in our lives. There are certain principles that we stand for.
All right,
that
that's
we
all I needed.
maybe
I just
move
wanted to
away
ask.
from.
Yeah, no
So
problem,
I
man.
think that what we have to do
Yeah.
is really
Alright,
get people.
love you.
As you had
Bye.
Matt Gates there in the video, you were showing that he's saying people are going home. We're not coming back till
Thank you.
Tuesday. We need to be doing this right now because the Democrats are mocking us for not being here to do the job of getting Congress back together. Now, there may be many Republicans that say it's a good thing that Congress isn't working because every time they do something, they just cost us more money as taxpayers and they further saddle us with more debt.
Yeah, it's, but I think to your first point, it's so urgent we get to work. Oh, let's go home for a week. Great job. Jason, the reason why we're going
I remember
through
what I
this is
had
because
for
the
a
GOP has, as I have stated, no unifying principles and has clearly lost sight of what really matters, which is protecting their voters from the harm being done to them by Joe Biden and the Democrats. Doesn't the GOP need to figure out what it is they actually stand for? Maybe go back to those planks and actually, I don't know, vote and live by them? And you're exactly right. And the most important
Why
part
won't it
of this
find him?
fight is finding new leadership that's going to actually hold leadership accountable and to rein in the out of control spending. Whoever shows that they're in a position to do this and to show strength in dealing with the Democratic House and the Biden administration, that's who we need to get behind. And so, all this gnashing teeth over how this happened, I applaud Congressman Gates. This is how you utilize leverage. This is how we on the right get things that we were promised. And this is how we hold leadership accountable. I guess if everything was going hunky-dory, I would say there's probably some room for saying, why are you doing this? But the crisis is upon us now. Amanda, speaking of which, the judge presiding over President Trump's real estate trial has issued a gag order on him. Trump had called out the court's principal law clerk, Allison Greenfield, for allegedly palling around with Chuck Schumer in a now deleted Truth Social post. President Trump was using the First Amendment, which guarantees us all the ability to criticize our government. What right does this judge have to suspend the First Amendment for President Trump?
He doesn't, and that's the really the thing that I think your viewers need to follow.
President Trump is not the president.
The court battle of their life, something that threatened their livelihood. Would they not point out? Would you, Chris,
Did you
not
see what
point out that there is a highly political
messages?
clerk that is clerking for this judge who's overseeing this matter?
Yeah, dude, you beat yourself, because I wouldn't have stayed there like that.
It's supposed to be nonpartisan, blind scales of justice. Where's that when you have the clerk who's constantly in the judge's ear posting a picture with Chuck Schumer, one of the most toxic and highly political Democrats who hates Donald Trump? Of course this is wrong.
And then the fact you got to give up your First Amendment rights
What do you mean?
so that nobody finds out about all this stuff. That again, it runs. I don't believe this judge has the cut at home. While Joe Biden and his White House and his party are seeking to steal Americans' Second Amendment rights through gun control, his son is fighting to stay out of jail by claiming such restrictions are unconstitutional. How do you square that, sir? You can't, and really this is all just a sideshow to the real evidence of crimes. What I'd like to know is why wasn't DOJ investigating anything that might implicate Joe Biden's corruption? Why did they let the statute of limitations run on the tax investigations? Why didn't they appoint a real special counsel? He was the one trying to slip through the sweetheart deal for Hunter that only got derailed by a judge that was paying attention. So no, they can't spread that sort of. Lots of questions surrounding the Democrats' agenda. Jason Greaves and Amanda Mackey, thank you guys, appreciate the time. Still ahead, earlier today, FEMA conducted a bizarre nationwide emergency alert test. What was it all about? Well, we're going to tell you coming up. And Joe Biden tells a big lie about voting rights. This one is a real whopper, my friends. Hear it for yourself, coming up next on Newsmax.
Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.
Judging from everything you hear, you think all cholesterol is bad, but that's not really true. You need a certain amount of cholesterol to maintain good health. The problem is that too much cholesterol in your blood contributes to a plaque, a fatty substance that narrows the coronary arteries that feed blood flow to your heart. Picture your coronary arteries as a 4-lane highway. If one lane
Does
becomes
cholesterol
blocked,
come
traffic
from
still
carbon,
flows well.
like food
2
and
lanes
drinks?
is no major problem. But if a 3rd lane becomes blocked, that spells
Does
trouble. It's the
cholesterol
same
like
way
come
with your
from
coronary arteries.
carbon and
And
food
when
and
plaque
drinks?
slows, get a blood flow to your heart. This can
No,
even cause
anything that has to do with
The
animals.
good news is that when it comes to cholesterol,
And how's Peter
lifestyle
have to do
changes
with
can pay off big time.
animals?
Even a small reduction in plaque can be like opening up another highway lane. Suddenly, blood
Doesn't.
flow that was stalled can go forward again.
Then
Changing
why
your
doesn't Nick
lifestyle
able to
does
drink
not
beer?
have to be hard. In fact, Here are 3 ways to help you.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure something out.
Snack on nuts. Nuts are probably one of the easiest and tastiest ways to lower cholesterol. Walnuts and almonds are among the best. Bulk up your diet with fiber. Choose whole fruits instead of a fruit juice, brown rice instead of white, and if you're eating a baked potato, be sure to leave the skin on. Choose fish. Fish contains cholesterol-fighting omega-3 fatty acids. I'm Dr. Chauncey Crandall, and thanks for watching this Heart Health Minute. Remember, it's never too late to prevent or reverse heart disease. Right now,
GB. That's why I typed the fuck in, man. Why ain't it working?
For heart disease or even a heart attack by taking my
Try
quick,
capitals.
free online quiz at www.simplehearttest.com.
When Saigon, the capital of South Vietnam, fell on the 30th of April, 1975, America's long conflict there may have ended, but it took decades for the nation to heal its wounds. In 1973, President Nixon orchestrated the Paris Peace Accords, bringing to an end America's involvement in the Vietnam War. America's POWs returned home and all seemed well, until March of 1975, when Senator Ted Kennedy led Congress in cutting off all aid to South Vietnam. Within weeks, Communist North Vietnam reneged on the peace accords and invaded their neighbors to the south. Without U.S. support, South Vietnam fell to the Communists, and throughout South Vietnam, a bloodbath ensued as hundreds of thousands of South Vietnamese who had backed the U.S. were massacred. Empowered by the events in Vietnam, Communists in Laos and Cambodia soon toppled their pro-Western regimes, and Southeast Asia became a killing field, with the genocide of an additional 2 million people. You're watching An American Moment on Newsmax TV.
Back everybody here at the Chris Salcedo Show. Here's what's trending at the bottom of the hour. Support for a third major U.S. political party, some would say a second political party, has reached record levels according to a new Gallup poll. The poll found 63% of Americans said that the GOP and Democrats do such a poor job representing the American people that a third major party is now needed. 58% of Republicans and 46% of Democrats also said they'd like a third option. Critics of our ever-dysfunctional and corrupt government would point out that with elected majorities of the GOP and Democrats pushing and funding unpopular policies like rampant illegal immigration, Americans are tired of the uniparty, which provides no choice for us. Americans would much prefer to have an alternative to the colossal and childish behavior of the current uniparty government. Joe Biden caught in a big, bizarre lie during an interview with a fake journalist. Watch.
When I left the Senate, I was able to convince Strom Thurmond to vote for the Voting Rights Act. Strom Thurmond.
Well, that never really happened. Strom Thurmond died in 2003. Biden didn't leave the Senate in 2009. The Voting Rights Act passed in 1965 before Biden was in office. Oh, and Strom Thurmond voted against it. Other than that, Biden was completely 100% honest. And we're learning more about Hunter Biden and his prostitute habit, according to documents reviewed by the Daily Mail. Hunter Biden was suspected of hiring prostitutes from a Eastern European sex trafficking ring during drug binges. Daily Mail also revealed
Quinn got ISS today for kicking someone because they called him a girl.
$1 million.
And he grounded him for it.
Those flagged to the Treasury Department. Text from Hunter's laptop revealed Hunter also asked his father Joe Biden to send him $5,000 just hours before he got into a dispute with a prostitute over.
Because somebody called him a
All
girl.
this comes as we learn more about the Biden's influence peddling. Turns out Joe Biden's granddaughter.
You guys let the shit people say to y'all bother
She
you
was
way
living
too
at
much.
the White House, according to the New York Post. And
Who cares?
Look, if I'm called a girl, if I'm called something that I'm not,
The New York Post points
I'll
out that
trick
Biden
into
did not
trouble.
disclose the relationship and never registered as a foreign agent.
If I'm called something that I am,
Remember this
I
is the
probably
honor
wouldn't
and
agree.
decency that Joe Biden said he wanted to restore to all of us.
I probably just.
You may have noticed a strange pinging sound coming from your cell phone, TV, and radio earlier today. It was FEMA and the FCC conducting a test of the nation's emergency alert system. It's the third such nationwide test of its kind, and the second for all cell phones. According to the FCC, the system is used
I gotta read.
weather, listing children and other critical
Probably for like another 18 hours.
Mother Russia also testing its own public
that's
emergency
what
warning
this is.
system at the same time today, sounding sirens across the country and interrupting some TV and radio broadcasts. Carrie Lake has announced a run for the U.S. Senate in Arizona. Lake would take on
I want
Senator
in-school
Kirsten Sinema,
suspension.
who is a longtime Democrat, has always been on the left, but is trying to distance herself from her party after Joe Biden's
I don't even know
massive
what it means.
including his regime's push for rampant, uncontrolled illegal
But if
immigration.
I ever
Lake
did,
is also
I'd be a
currently
bad.
still waging a battle in Arizona's courts of Maricopa
Ah.
County in their handling of the 2022 governor's race there. Left-wing Maricopa County has been the subject of intense scrutiny as a result. On Rob Schmidt tonight, Invasion, Biden's broken borders.
Oh, yeah.
Rob showed us just how deadly drugs are pouring over the southern border. Why isn't stopping this a priority for the Biden regime? Find out tonight, only at 7 o'clock on Newsmax. Coming up, President Trump's name has been gaining steam in the race to be House Speaker. But does he really want that job? We'll ask a spokesperson. But first, here's your Wall Street.
First grade.
Stocks on the rebound today with all three major indices ending in positive territory. The Dow closing up 127, the Nasdaq up 177, S&P 500 up 34. The labor market is slowing according to ADP. The company says private job growth totaled a meager 89,000 in September, down from August and way below expectations. Job gains came in almost exclusively from the service industry. ADP economists also say there's been a steady decline
I
in
think I got
wage growth in the past
ADHD.
12 months. This report precedes the Labor Department's monthly jobs report due out Friday. ADP has not been a great indicator of what
I
we will
can't
see from the
focus.
government's official report. Meantime, a major sell-off in the bond market has some yields at 16-year highs because traders are now convinced interest rates are not coming down anytime soon. The Federal Reserve's recent
He's a fucking
comments about
dipshit.
the rates being higher for longer are finally sinking in. So long-term yields are having to adjust. And the U.S. market bond
At first I thought you said
is
IRS.
leading the rest of the world lower as the sell-off is extended to the UK, Germany, Japan, Canada, and Australia. And finally, General Motors is bracing for the high cost of the auto workers strike by setting
So
up a
they got
$6
suspended
billion
from
line
school?
of credit. At the same time, GM
No.
reported that its third quarter sales of new vehicles jumped more than 21% versus last year. The best third quarter in 3 years. And that's your Wall Street Wrap.
This country would.
I switch.
I switched to Newsmax.
Newsmax. Newsmax.
Have you made a switch? You bet I did. My whole family switched. Millions are switching to Newsmax. You should too.
We're in the midst
Yeah,
of
earlier
an
I was getting
increasingly
pretty tired
epidemic,
of the
and
talk.
I'm not surprised.
Then
The statistics on obesity
teachers
mirror
talked
an
about it.
increasing trend
What?
of eating out
The freaking
or
work
ordering
thing
in.
is actually getting
In fact,
annoying.
some people
The what?
dine out
The
every
work
night.
thing is
But
actually
eating
getting
in
annoying.
restaurants is one of the biggest enemies of your heart. When you're in a restaurant, you don't really know what you're getting. And the calorie counts of many
The
restaurant
teacher
dishes
even had a
are
video and showed
astronomical.
us.
In fact, some single dishes contain more calories than we should eat in an entire day. Eating in fast food restaurants is even worse. A diet of hamburgers, french fries, and shakes constitutes a fast lane to the emergency room. If you really want to help your heart, get in the habit of cooking simple meals at home. Here are 3 easy tips that will make your food taste better than even the best restaurant. Choose the best fruit in season. Your local farmer's market is a great place to start. It will probably still cost less than that pie you were thinking of buying. Get in the habit of using fresh herbs. You can use them in egg white omelets or dust them on the fish you grill or bake. And for a light dessert, choose a square or two of dark chocolate that you and your spouse can enjoy. There are lots of ways to make your heart healthy, but there are also lots of ways to damage it. That's why I wrote Fix It, Dr. Crandall's 90-day program. In it, I'll tell you how to kickstart your metabolism every day, how to pick the best diet for you, how to diet, the 7 superfoods for your heart. I'm Dr. Chauncey Crandall, and thanks for watching this Heart Health Minute.
I call upon the scientific community in our country, those who gave us nuclear weapons, to turn their great talents now to the cause of mankind and world peace.
On March 23, 1983, President Reagan surprised not only the nation, but members of his own cabinet and military by announcing an Oval Office address that the United States would embark on creating an anti-missile system to stop and destroy nuclear-tipped missiles in space.
Calling about K-11 preschool or JCPenney order sets? Press 1 now. Otherwise, to check your order status for K-11 free photos, please visit mylifetouch.com or press 1. To check your order status for preschool, please press 2. To check your order status for JCPenney Portrait Studio online order starting with LTO, please press 3. To repeat the menu, please press 6. For all other calls, please remain on the line. To check your order status for K-11 free photos, please visit mylifetouch.com or press 1. To check your order status for preschool, please press 2. To check your order status for JCPenney Portrait Studio online order starting with LTO, please press 3. To repeat the menu, please press 6. For all other calls, please remain on the line.
Yep.
To check your order status for K-11 free photos, please visit mylifetouch.com or press 1. To check your order, calling for K-11 photography, claiming a photo just got easier. Visit mylifetouch.com and click on the Student ID tab to get started. Please choose from the following photography options. For grade K-11, press 1. For prestige, press 2. For preschool, press 3. For JCPenney Studios, press 4. For after school and youth sports, press 5. For Canada, press 6. For graduation or yearbook, press 7. To repeat these options, press 8.
Did they just hang up on me?
They did.
That's where people. Businesses are lazy these days. this is so embarrassing. Embarrassing. I'm getting wasted. I got hurry. I was in the third grade. I'm done with homework. And